Alright, so we're here in our meeting that we have once a week, and I'm very happy to have you all back again. I want to address some issues that we've had in the past. Some of us, we've had problems with pregnancy, but we want to smoke things while we are pregnant. That's not going to be good. The drugs. So basically, this is what I'm going to talk to you about today. Especially with the parents divorcing, a lot of things happen that we cannot control. You can't help what happened with your mom and your dad. You're just born to them. You can't control that. But you don't let what they do affect your outcome. So if they're talking about where you're going to go, just know that they are upset with each other at the moment. So it may seem like it's being pointed towards you, but it's not about you. It's about their insecurities and however they wrong each other. So it's not about you. So you're going to learn through this situation, but you want to make sure that you don't go through the same things. As far as being pregnant, a whole lot of that happens, but at the same time, you can still handle it responsibly. It's going to be a lot tougher. But you can still do it because there's a whole lot of women that have 5 kids and they're single mothers and they are doctors. So a whole bunch of people do it. So if they can do it, they just like you, they do the exact same thing. It's going to take a little extra work, but you'll be able to do it. But the drugs got to go. All the smoking and all that stuff, they got to go. You can't doing that. Be in the store on that. All the other drugs, you all are at the age now where you are still developing. Everybody's going through puberty and all this stuff, so your body is still developing. So when you do drugs, when you smoke tobacco, cigarettes, cigars, pipes, whatever it is you smoke, when you're drinking alcohol, that affects your body internally. So if you are you're not going to reach your full potential because you're still developing. So it's like if I take a child, they still trying to grow, but I go and start pouring all this liquor and everything else, it's going to stunt the growth. Everything's not going to be healthy the way it needs to be. So it's really important that you don't use any drugs or alcohol. It's really bad for adults if we do it too much. But we're not growing anymore. We're not developing anymore. There's a point, your mind doesn't fully, and this is truthfully, your mind doesn't fully develop until you're about 22, 23 years old. That's why some days you make perfect sense as a teenager. Like, wow, she's mature. He's mature for their age. And then you turn around and do something just totally off the cuff. Like, where'd that come from? You have reasoning ability in certain areas versus certain other areas. And so you really, your brain doesn't fully mature until you're actually 22 or 23 years old. And that's scientifically speaking. And so you can't be expected to make decisions that I would make or that your parents would make at our ages at the age of 15 and 16 years old. So it's really important that you keep that in mind.